Yo, what it is, B? Welcome to Jasmar's podcast. Mac Anthony in the motherfucking building. Yo, my niggas, it's been a little minute, you know what I mean? But y'all know, man, we busy as shit. We still got school we going to. Uh, you know what I mean? The shit working out pretty good. You know what I'm saying? We getting the gist of everything. This our last month and shit. You know what I mean? Well, basically not even our last month. Like we got 3 weeks left with this term. You know what I'm saying? Then we done. You know what I mean? They cramming everything in, but we maneuvering around. We getting what we can get, and we doing good. You know what I'm saying? So, ain't no complaints there. You know what I'm saying? Uh, do I see myself getting a job in this field? I think I had a rant, you know what I'm saying? Like, do I see myself, going in a career with this job, today? Fuck no. Uh, like I said, I know what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? But like, this just one of them things that, opens other doors. Like, when I apply for a job, you know what I'm saying? Say I lose the job at Walmart, like I could easily get a job. I cannot be without a job at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's good about this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna leave Walmart like right when I leave April 15th and, go into this field right now. Not cause I'm not confident in it and my skills, my skills are great. It's just that I'm not feeling this shit. You know what I mean? This is not something I'm passionate about. This is not something I like to really do. It's something that I learned and a skill that I can apply to actually everyday life. You know what I'm saying? As far as fixing computers, working on shit, you know what I mean? Like I like that, you know. But shit, you know what I mean? Like overall my experience with this school, I know it ain't over. I got 3 weeks, you know what I'm saying? But I literally I had left early today, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, I'm gonna say like, yo, I lied to the teacher. Cause like, yo, like truth be told, yo, I was bored, you know what I'm saying? And I was really tired, yo, like, cause I had, yesterday I had caught the bus, you know what I'm saying, from fucking school all the way to work, you know what I'm saying? Cause like they fired one of the, associates at my job. So I had to go to, get out of school. I got to wake up early anyway for school, and I had to catch the bus once I got out of school. I had to leave class early yesterday to catch the bus to go straight to work. You know what I'm saying? I go straight to work. Immediately I got to clock in and, I'm doing my job. Then I had to do another job in the back and straighten something out and make it look nice and do the carts at the same damn time. So I had to go way in the back of Walmart, climb up some stairs, you know what I mean, straighten this one area out, go back down the stairs, go and push carts, you know what I mean? And it's like, so shit, once I got home, nigga, I was in straight crash mode. I talked to the niggas on the East Coast for a little while, you know what I mean? Yo, it's just been a lot of issues, yo, like, health concerns, you know what I'm saying, lately, yo, you know what I mean? I don't really want to get too detailed about it, but, it's just been like little issues I've been noticing. Yeah, dude, like, I don't know, man, like that sleep is important, you know what I'm saying? Mac is you prove that every podcast. Fuck you, yo. you know, Oh, nah, it just is, you know what I'm saying? Niggas can, die at a drop of a hat, you know what I mean? What's wrong with him? Oh, he worked himself to death, you know what I mean? So, I just want to put that out there, my niggas and shit, we work hard, we trying to be the best at what we do, to get rich or die trying, you know what I mean? You gotta have that mentality, but you know what I mean? Shit. When reality strike, it strike. Cause your body talk to you, man. That shit be like on some shit like, yo, you need to take your ass to fucking sleep. You need to take your fucking ass to sleep or I'll put your ass to sleep. Word. I mean, I heard this crazy ass story, yo. This girl, 18 years old, had a fucking heart attack, died and shit. You know what I'm saying? Always ripping and running and doing this shit. You know what I mean? You know, and I'm a young nigga, so don't be on no old Jasmar or old head talking about some, oh, you better get some sleep now, young man. Yo, you know, I'm a young nigga, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, I just want people to, you know, do that. Cause like I said, man, I've been having issues, you know what I mean? And then you read a story like that, you don't want that to be you feel me? But I don't know, man, you know, y'all take it how y'all want to. But man, as I was leaving today, yo, I'm just gonna say I came across this person, yo. Like, it's just certain people, you know, that are in my circle, not in my circle, that you know, it's just bad vibes, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like the audience out there know, like, just bad fucking vibes. Like, I really don't fucking respect this lady, yo. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna put that out there, yo. I don't respect her enough to call her out her name, to call her a bitch or whatever the fuck. I'm not gonna even say that. You know what I mean? I just don't respect this lady. I really don't, yo. Like, it's just, my thing is this, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you think, you know, your way of approaching a situation is to cause drama, and like some people, man, fuck it, I'm just gonna put it as plain as this, dude. Some people that are in their positions just really don't fucking deserve it. They just don't, yo. You know what I'm saying? They create more drama than the students and shit, and it's just a damn shame. Like, what the fuck, yo? You a teacher? You a fucking teacher? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't get this shit, man. I'm not gonna even say what this person did, but honestly, this was the last straw. I've been kind of made my mind up and been peeping this shit. You know what I mean? And I was just like, okay, from this point, I'm not going to go out my way to disrespect this person, but I am not going to acknowledge this person as an individual. You know what I mean? Will I hold the door open for her? Fuck no, probably not. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, like, you know, but I'm not going to go out my way. I'm just going to not even acknowledge her presence because I don't respect this person. You know what I'm saying? And it is a teacher, but you should never feel like you know so much where you put other people that aren't in your field down. You know what I mean? You just shouldn't. But that's what this person do when, you know, people suck dick to get to the top. I thought you weren't going to disrespect it, yo. So anyway, yo, you know, with that, fuck that bitch. Foxy, kick her for me. Now, as far as XTV news, man, yo, we been on the fucking roll, man, nigga. It's been fights, it's been riots. You know what I'm saying? It's been nuts, yo. You know what I mean? XTV Westside Live doing this thing. You know, you got that cooking up. You got the Creation Suite. You got the Twitch show. You got Proving Grounds. And there's so much going on. Shouts out to J-Dog, JNW, NEW, motherfucking Super Kick Gamer Party, Third Strike. Shout out to all my homies, yo. Shout out to all y'all for rocking with XTV. Y'all are Team XTV. We put out the content, y'all respond to it, and make us want to improve, yo. So, you know, don't think that XTV is just XTV. Yeah, we already existed, but this attraction is making us, yo, we growing hard to be. Yeah, Miami Beatdown said to come out too. Don't even trip over that. Yeah, you know, like, we just at a point where the world ain't gonna stress us out, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Let them do them. You know what I mean? XTV, this is where it's at. You know what I mean? This is one of the reasons I don't even want to go into this particular career. I was trying to, I don't know. I'll let him explain that whenever he get a chance, yo. But also, you be talking with him? Oh hell yeah, yo. Is the dopest, man. You know. Hey yo. We can just jump into the stories, man. Yo, Jazz, how you feeling about fucking Monster and Trunks, yo? Like where you standing at? And then I'm gonna give you mine. Okay. I see you. Oh, look, yo. Y'all give me a second, man. I forgot I'm ordering food, B. All right. My opinion is like this, yo. You know, Monster is right, yo. You know what I mean? Like I'm team V, because when you break it down, man, you know, he said it best on the 2GN shit. He said when you break it down, like, you know, under Neil's regime, he didn't do shit. It's like, think about it. Like, when we was under Officer's Neil regime, nothing really happened. I'm talking about something like, you know, people can name shit, because I heard a few niggas say, oh, you know, fucking SummerSlam came out, you know what I mean, with 90 and Renee Young. Think about that shit. That's the only thing that came out. You know what I'm saying? 90 and Renee Young did that. You know what I mean? 2016. 2015, what happened with XTV? You know what I'm saying? Killer, like, we did some shit here and there, but nothing is impactful. Like, we're more out there, you know what I'm saying, under Hum's regime. You know what I'm saying? We were more out there, you know what I mean? And yeah, people gonna call a nigga a hypocrite, cause I was a little bit outspoken on him, you know, when we first started. But that's just how it was, you know what I mean? It was, what him did was so new and so unique when we wasn't doing shit for a long time, where some of us was adjusting to it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Hell no, this ain't XTV, this school, this, that. But like, you know what I'm saying, when you really see what he was trying to do and it's really kicking in now, it's like, okay, you know what I mean? We don't have to, if the computer breaks, nigga, we know how to fix it now. You know what I'm saying? Like he worked on the I guess maintenance part of XTV. You know what I'm saying? So we can eliminate that third party, B. You know what I mean? I know you niggas didn't just see, but Jazz used his whole hand to fucking describe it. That third party, yo, like this nigga just chopped them off for real. Shut up, yo. I'm just saying, yo, you know, so, I mean, but Trunks, you know, yeah, he's an angry person, but he has his points. You know what I'm saying? We are doing less of XTV, but shit, we was doing less of XTV for how many years? You know what I mean? It's just how, you know, like Corey tried to make us do something. You know what I mean? And I don't know. As far as Corey 2020, I don't know. Nah, yo. Think it's too early. You know, Corey 2020, I don't know. You know what I mean? But what's your opinion, though? Dude, I'm still 50-50. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, I feel you. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But Cause Trump's got a strong argument. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, dude. Like we aren't, you know, y'all try, like a lot of people try to make it like we wasn't doing shit on the West. Like we was just sitting here collecting dust. Like we were doing things. We were doing Candace Family. We were doing a lot of different projects. Like when the incident happened, dude, you know what I'm saying? We had to recover. We was recovering. You know what I mean? We was working on this. Like, I feel like if we didn't go to school, I feel like the Cosby Show, all the shit we was working on, you know what I'm saying, prior to all of this that's going on, the shit would have been finished. I feel like Miami Beatdown would have been finished by now. You know what I'm saying? If school wasn't in the mix. You know what I mean? School, in a way, provided a distraction, because what you just said at the beginning of the show, like, we don't really want to do this. We don't really want to go to school and fuck around and, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to do this field. You know what I mean? This ain't something we really want. You know what I mean? Yeah, it gave us education on some things, but at the same time, it distracted us from doing what we wanted to do, what we love to do. You know what I mean? It stopped that for a while. And for what? You know what I mean? It's positive in it, but it's also negative in it, which is why I can understand Trunks' grievances, which is why I'm 50-50 on the whole shit, yo. But, you know, y'all niggas let us know in a comment what y'all think of this whole, you know, Trunks and Monster ordeal. You know, it's definitely a controversial topic. It's definitely big in XTV West Side right now. And it's going to get it addressed tomorrow, apparently. You know, we're going to have a XTV West Side live event. You know what I mean? It's gonna be live. Apologize, yo. It's gonna be live tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like around, I want to say 1 o'clock. You know what I mean? I don't really know. It's probably gonna be around 1 because we get out of school. You know what I'm saying? Like 12. But it might be even later than that, because like we got to do the high school shit. You know what I'm saying? The teacher in that class tripping too. That's not the teacher I was referring to either, yo, when I was saying the lady ain't got no respect for it. It wasn't her, you know what I'm saying? I understand with her, like, shit, she got a busy life. I ain't even tripping over that, you know what I mean? She probably is pissed that I don't be going to the high school, as much. I got 3 classes of the high school left, you know what I'm saying? American government, economics, and history, you know what I'm saying? But, like, you got to be in the right mental space in order to do that. Like when you're doing a lot at school and at work, your focus game ain't going to be as strong. And I've been working on that shit every day. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of times I did miss it. I'll be honest. You know what I'm saying? But like, shit, it's life. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see what the fuck happens with it, yo. I mean, shit. Yeah. But today's guest is a person that was on Ernest's podcast. You know what I'm saying? And in my opinion, I feel like he's been getting a lot of negative feedback. He gonna address it. We gonna address it on, today's podcast. Shit. As far as accomplishments, former WWE champion, tag team champion. He won tag team of the year in 2009. Dude was a beast when he was in the ring and doing his whole steez. So here he is. This afternoon special guest is David Kidd Jr. What's up, dude? What's up, man? What's up, yo? So David Kidd Jr., man, you basically came under your dad, David Kidd Sr., David Kidd Sir. Tell me about, before you got in, I mean, because did you know immediately, damn, I want to do what my dad does? Well, of course, man. Like when my dad was really successful in the 90s, he rarely got time to spend with us, you know what I mean? Because he's a professional wrestler, always on TV. He has to go here, has to go there. He has so many things that he has to do and so many places he has to be. So he rarely gets to see his children, It's not like he's a deadbeat father or nothing. We understood. And that's why, I'm grateful for my mom for, not being like that thought in the hallway jazz that you were explaining. Yeah. You know what I mean? I respect her for not, putting my dad down and all of those different things. She just said, understand that your dad works really hard and, to provide for us, which is what he did. You know what I mean? It's not like he just made the money for himself. Most of the money he would make, he would give back to the household, but he would be on the road all the time. You know what I mean? And, when he did get to see us, when they did have some time off or he probably had some injuries or something, it was always love, dude. And it was always great. Like those Christmases, they were fucking awesome. You know what I mean? And then sometimes, he would take us to the shows and, just going backstage, meeting Diesel. This guy's like way up here. I know he's not really important to you guys. He didn't sell or whatever it is with him, but understand that as a kid, seeing these larger than life characters on television and then being able to meet them personally was just amazing. And any time I spent with my dad was just always really great, and I made up my mind at like 8 years old. I'm like, dude, when I get enough, like I should say enough, like when I get old enough, I'm going to do this. You know what I mean? Because I thought that's going to give me the opportunity to be around my dad more, to get in there with these guys and all of that, So I remember at 8 years old, that was my goal. And my first thing that I did was play with my toys, you know what I mean? And like, based off of whoever won this match with this toy and this toy, like that meant how far I was going to get. Of course, I was young, so, that's my mentality. But that still kind of stuck, as I started to get in there, you know what I mean? And it started to get hard once high school hit, because everybody was just like, oh, you're just going to be a shadow of your dad. You know what I mean? You've seen how The Rock had to change and how all these people that are second generation superstars, you see how they had to change and all of that. And I'm just like, dude, what the fuck ever. Yo, you know what I mean? And because I just knew that I had to be great. And I first started in high school, mat wrestling. Like that's what I started off doing. And I developed my own style and my own unique traits, but it was still just, that kid in the back. Oh, your dad rip off. And, I had to just start to fight, and I think that's where the fire in me comes from. Um, Sorry, dude. Damn, you ordering too, B? We can just actually lower this. Sorry, guys. This nigga just came in my studio editing everything, yo. But that's just where that came from. Oh, no. I was talking about mat wrestling. So, yeah, I just had to, like, show and prove to some of those bullies, dude. Like, seriously, like, they would just come in, you know what I mean, and just try to just, like, point their fingers and chastise me, and I just used to just, like, I used to fight. That's where that fire came from, though, like, when you guys see me a little later on in my XTV career, I became like some heel and all of that. And, I talked bad and stuff. And, cause I remember, it may have been 2012 or 2011 when I came out to Mystical, a Mystical song, like Round Out the Tank or something. This is when I was in my heel phase. And I remember Bob Classic was like, what is up with David Kidd? He doesn't listen to Mystical. He doesn't, listen to rap. He's not like that. And, it's just like, you didn't know I was like that, you know what I mean? Cause like, yeah, dude, like that's in my blood, you know what I mean? Like I'm a lot proper, and different things like that, but I can't turn it off. You know what I mean? I can turn on that hood switch and you will see that version of me and you will be surprised. It's just that I know how to conduct myself, you know what I mean? And that's just how it is. It's like, but that's actually where it came from. You know what I mean? Being picked on in school, and I just developed that mentality of like, dude, nobody's gonna fuck with me. You know what I mean? We're gonna either wrestle or I'm gonna fight. Either way, you're gonna get your ass beat. Yeah, and that's just where that came from. So you get into mat wrestling. You know what I'm saying? What happened after that? Like, what was the tradition after that? I wanted to take it further. You know what I mean? And get into professional wrestling schools and stuff like that. But my attitude was kind of bad. And as a result, people didn't want to train me because again, it was that mentality. Like, you're not going to talk to me anyway. And some of the coaches, it's similar to, again, what Jazz said at the beginning with the lady. You know what I mean? It's just like some people don't deserve positions that they're in. And, when I see that, people are in those positions and just trying to talk to you any kind of way or treat you some kind of way, you just get to a point like you're not gonna fuck with me. You know what I mean? You're not gonna like change my mentality, make me second guess myself. Like, I'm inferior to you. I would speak up and I would also fight. A lot of my teachers, a lot of times, so I was difficult to work with because I would stand up to myself, to the teachers, you know what I mean, to the students, to anybody. There was like nobody, you know what I mean, that I felt was better than me. And a few times I got my ass kicked. Oh shit. But at the same time, it's like people knew what it was though. It's like you're not going to talk to him any kind of way. You know what I mean? I may have lost like a few fights here and there, but I also won. You know what I mean? A lot of fights that I fought. But that's just how it is, that's life, period. Yo, dude, at least you honest about it, you know what I mean? Because some niggas ain't honest like that. They try to put it off like, oh, nah, man, this happened, that. Nigga, you lost. Exactly, So, I mean, it wasn't working out in your professional wrestling career. Where you went from there? I was getting upset, but luckily, I don't know. My dad, injuries over time prevented him from being an active competitor in the wrestling ring. So he came home and he started to see, me, dude. He started to see me out there in some of the indie circuits because I started working indie circuits and he started to see me. And I didn't know that he was in the crowd, but he finally came back home. Again, all the injuries, and he wasn't liking the direction the WWE was going at the time. So he decided, son, let me train you. You know what I mean? He realized that I had to be kind of grounded, you know what I mean? Because I was all over the place. I was street style. I was, you know what I mean, mat wrestling, but I wasn't calmed down enough to apply all of these techniques in a more mature way. You know what I mean? I was wild. So my dad started to train me. You know what I mean? And he created this wrestling ring in the back of the garage, and he just kind of trained me, you know what I mean? And he had injuries and all of that. And that's one reason I truly love my dad, man, because, damn, I'm just having memories about this, but it's like, he had all these injuries, all the matches he had at this point, but he took time to say, I'm going to train my son to be great. You know what I mean? And, to see a piece of him still carry on, and it's like, that's crazy. And so he trained me, you know what I mean? We were in there day in and day out, and he would just tell me stories on, why my mentality at the time, why I needed to just calm down and things like that. And I started to come to him for everything, you know what I mean? And he was there to help. So yeah, it took years though, you know what I mean? It took years to just get me right. And in 2003, things really changed. In 2003, that's when you came to the WWE, right? Yeah, Dad, he was always cool with Vince. So, he just kind of talked to him. And this is when they had a very strange pay-per-view. I talked about it on the podcast with my dad. I recommend. Can I promote it? Yeah, go ahead. Guys, check out Justin's podcast, The Kids. It's called Justin's Podcast, The Kids. It's basically me and the kids. It's spelled KIDDS. It's me and my dad on his podcast, and we're kind of talking about what I'm about to bring up. But he got inducted into like the Hall of Fame, you know what I mean, in 2003. And this was at a weird pay-per-view where rappers fought wrestlers. Yo, the strangest, it's just weird, you know what I mean? I don't even want to put it in words. Like, it's just the WWE trying to reinvent themselves, you know what I mean? And, I guess like the rock and wrestling was 80s, so now it's rap and wrestling, But anyway, so I think that night I debuted or something like that. But yeah, I came in there and, sorry to cut you off, but how was the locker room scene? Like, did people, treat you like, you was this dude, silver spoon in your mouth? Honestly, it was the same way it was when I was in high school, dude, or it was similar, I should say. People still looked at me like, me and Hurricane Helms, he was the first person I got into a fight with, a locker room fight, and people don't know this though. Like, people don't know that, backstage, people label me as a nightmare and difficult to deal with at first. You know what I mean? Because I just wasn't taking no shit. Even though my dad, he got me disciplined mentally enough, you know what I mean? I still wasn't going to let nobody talk to me any kind of way. Like, no one. I didn't care I didn't care who you were. So when people would just go out their way and talk crazy, I just would not take it. You know what I mean? But me and him got into a fight. You know what I mean? He's like, he just had a match and he goes, stay in the back. There's a ripoff coming through. And everybody starts laughing. And I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. You got the worst gimmick of all. And, we get into it. And, we get into this shoving match and, it was like a real fight, but from that fight, me and Batista, dude, it's so many. Damn, yo. It's like a lot of fights that I just got into, but I think over time, people that they were trying to rib me. They were trying to just see where I was, and they were trying to test me to see like, damn, okay, he can hold up, and Taker had to come in the locker room. Sorry, guys. Yeah, man, he had to come in the locker room and kind of like, mediate the whole thing, and just tell people like, leave the guy alone. He's here. He's one of the boys. He's not like, he's not fucked up. Just chill out, and that's one of the guys that was just, he stuck up for me. You know what I mean? And me and him developed a real good friendship. Like, he is one of the best people in the locker room that I met. Him, the 80s guy, you know what I'm saying? He's awesome, dude. Like, but yeah. So from there, from just fighting and stuff like that, like, what was the timeline from that though? You know what I'm saying? You fighting and getting into it with all these guys and shit, trying to test your gangster. Like, you know what I'm saying? What was the timeline to it finally being normal? Dude, I'll say like my first 4 months, it was like that. You know what I mean? Toxic backstage and all of that. But like I said, you know what I mean? When people started to see I stand up for myself, I'm not my dad. With all disrespect, all disrespect, all respect due to my dad. Yo, it's just, people started to see he's not like that. He's his own man. You know what I mean? When people started to see that, they started to respect me and let me do my thing and let me live. You know what I mean? And, Jazz, again, going back to what you said at the top of the show, it's like, maybe you got to do that. You don't have to hit anyone, you know what I mean? But you just got to let your opinions be known. I don't, like you said, you don't go out your way to disrespect that lady. You know what I mean? Obviously, there's something wrong with her. You know what I mean? So it's like, just, if there's an issue that needs to be address it. You know what I mean? And if she's stupid enough to do whatever she does, beat her ass. No. Yo, what is you saying, B? But yeah. So that's just how I'm feeling. So you doing your thing, how was it working with the people? Cause like your biggest, like you worked with Kurt Angle at Survivor Series. This was phenomenal. You know what I mean? Because this really put me over. Like working with Angle and stuff like that, because people started to really see my wrestling skills for what it was. And, it was a chaotic match. I think we had like a milk bowl match. It was like a weird match. We fought in this big ass milk bowl. This is when the WWE was about gimmicks and all that. And, even though it was a milk bowl match, I don't even remember the feud and what happened. But like I fought so well where people weren't even paying attention that it was a big ass bowl of milk and two grown ass men in there. You know what I mean? It was just that good to people where they were not even, they weren't paying attention to that. They were paying attention to the athleticism of me and him because, Kurt Angle was kind of silly and stuff like that sometimes. But when he gets in there with somebody that he can compete with, it's going to be a show stealer. It's going to be a classic. And, at that time, Survivor Series 03, they labeled me and him the match of the night, not to brag or boast or anything, but like, that's just what it was. You know what I mean? It's like, athletically, I was there. You know what I mean? It's kind of like Lil Wayne's Carter 1. It's like, I'm finally perfect. It's like, it was one of those type of things. You know what I mean? You got into it with him, Brock Lesnar. That was a notable feud. Man, and that's when I won a championship, dude. And dude, I fucking cried, man. You know what I mean? Like I really did, because just seeing your dad in the front row, you know what I mean? Your family and shit, your friends, and it happened because the WWE, dude, like, the WWE, it wasn't scripted. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It was just like, may the best man win. You know what I mean? Be careful, don't injure nobody. That's just how it was. If you can't get up from three, you really can't get up from three. Like you're tired, you're done. You know what I mean? So when that happened, it was like amazing. And I was really excited because a lot of people don't get to do that. You know what I mean? They finally get to the top. I think Best told that story. It's like when he finally got to the top. We'll be right back, y'all. Yeah, when he finally got to the top, he didn't have his family in front of the, stage looking at him, seeing him win this, at this, amazing point. He didn't have that. But I did. And to have that, really makes you feel special and really makes you proud, that you did something that they can actually see, So that's just what it was. This phone is really stupid, man. Yo, Sneaks dissed the phone, yo. So yeah, that's that, man, with that. All right, B. And then, you know what I mean? You held on the title for a long time. I think you was the longest reigning champion at that point because it was being tossed around here and there. But you held on to it for some time, B. We got to go again. Actually, put it on pause. So, yeah, man. Where were we? Yeah, I held on the title for like a real significant time, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I think it was like a year. Yeah, I think it was a whole year, and it was like surprising, up to that point, because no one had held it up to that point, and that was also a big accomplishment because you got to understand the mentality of people, Meltzer, everybody, they were thinking that, dude, you're just under your father's footsteps and all of these different things, But like when people see my wrestling ability to get in there with Brock Lesnar, to get in there with, I don't care who, like again, Hurricane Helms, whoever, Goldust, it's like I could get in there with them, but still have a 5-star match. You know what I mean? And that's no discredit to none of those athletes. They're great athletes in their own categories. But, when you look at me and, and see how I just do what I do, it's not like, it's not like them. You know what I mean? I'm more of a wrestler. They're more of a, some of those are gimmicks, And like I said, it's no disrespect to them. It's just like, that's just how it is, And so the fact that you could work anybody, I think that's probably what, pushed you over like that. Exactly. Because even though my dad was good, my dad, I don't see him having a 5-star classic with Doink the Clown. Yo. You know what I mean? It's just like, cause he has a certain style. You know what I mean? I had adaptability. I can adapt to this person and make it like a classic match, make it my match in a way. You know what I mean? And that's just kind of what I did with my whole style over time, in the WWE, and the championships and awards and accomplishments were awesome. Now we gonna jump to it. Yes. You are no longer champion, yo. What happened? Pain broke my neck, dude. Whoa. My first injury and my worst injury. He broke my neck. I don't like to shoot on anyone, but, since you shot on that teacher like that, yo, I ain't the only one to shoot on the bitch. You said you weren't gonna disrespect her. It's just that, with all due respect to XTV, a lot of the rumors and rumblings were going on that some of you guys weren't experienced, like the CAW guys, like they weren't experienced athletes, that they were just doing it for fun. CAW, people shit on it, but it was just done for fun. Pain, like, dude, when he did the Pain, he admits it. He was trying to go for a double arm DDT, but he tripped. As a result of him tripping, it fucked me up because it injured my neck. You know what I mean? And dude, I have not forgiven him since. You know what I mean? Well, I still have issues. You know what I mean? I still do. You know what I mean? And it's something I have to live with forever. And it's all because of an inexperienced guy like that, you know. And when you work with somebody like that that doesn't take care of their opponents, it's just it's just hard to, you know, forgive someone like that, dude. Yo, give us a minute. We gotta eat. Yo, we back, dude. So, you know, David Kidd was pretty much talking about his life. You know, what stood out, the last statement you said fucking, you know, you don't forgive pain. I mean, what type of issues do you still have after that incident? Well, dude, my spine's not the same, you know what I mean? Like I have nights, many nights where, give me one second, dude. Like, dude, I have like numbness, you know what I mean, tingling, like, and between my fingers, and sometimes it's really hard to get up. You know, the neck, back is like the wrong things to mess up. I mean, you know, when you mess up a limb, like an arm, you know, it's different because, you know, those can be repaired, but like the back and spine, you know, and the neck are like the most serious things you can really, you know, fuck yourself up. There was a wrestler, Darren Draws, you know what I mean? Like he's fucked up. He's permanently disabled. You know what I mean? I think it was, I forget who he got injured by. I think it was D'Lo Brown. You know what I mean? But it's like little things like that. You know, that's why, you know, I can't really forgive him. You know what I mean? And then I don't know. It's a combination of a lot of things because, like, he gets hired to the company. You know, this inexperienced guy. CAW is a wild place, and you know Vince hires him, and in a way you're kind of mad at Vince too, because it's like, you know, you like you didn't put these guys through training school. You see they're doing their thing here, and you just bring them up. You know, like you gotta see where they are. You know, but yeah, man, you know, it's kind of like if a drunk driver hits you and permanently disables you. You know, like, are you going to forgive that guy? You know, not really. You know what I mean? Even though years have passed, if I see him face to face, I'm not going to just snap and beat him up. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like that emotion's still there. Like, this is the guy that fucked me up. This is why it's hard for me to get up. I mean, but at the same time, dude, you still wrestle. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I just feel like, and this is just, this is personal. I feel like haven't performed the same since, you know. And I'm going to get to, I'm going to get to what I mean as we continue on with talking about my life. But I just feel like there's just still issues, you know, and I tried to soldier through it for years, but I just feel like over time the injuries caught up with me. You know, dude. Because I mean, I fuck with pain. Yeah, I understand. You know, so it's like, because like the difference between you and your dad is, you know what I'm saying, you was more so in some of the crazy matches that he didn't want to be in, like the cell matches, you know, and you were doing a lot of crazy things in those matches. You were doing all kind of jumps and flips and shit. Yeah, but you know, even when I was doing that, like, I knew how to take care of myself. You know what I mean? I knew how to land. I knew the proper ways to land. Like, I knew what to do. You know what I mean? I was experienced in that. You know, like, there were times when I did some of the crazy things in the Hell in a Cell matches or the chamber matches. There were times prior to the show, no audiences in the building, nobody, and I would just practice, you know, by myself on how I would jump and land. You know what I mean? Like, I would do that constantly, you know, so I didn't injure myself, you know, and just find unique tricks that I could do. I've always been that way, you know. I've just always been able to adapt, and you know, I knew how to take care of myself. So, and I also knew how to take care of my opponent, which is why I've never injured anybody. Like, in the history of my matches, you know, no one's ever got injured. Nobody can ever say, oh man, David Kidd injured me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because I knew how to take care. I knew how to properly drop them so it didn't hurt, but at the same time, make it look good like I did hurt someone. You know what I'm trying to say? So, it's just little things like that. So when you finally get in there with this inexperienced guy, and who knows, you know, at the time, I'm pretty sure Payne was on drugs and all of that, but it, you couldn't tell from his performance. But still, dude, like, he did that to me. You know what I mean? And it's issues I still have to live with. Because although I wrestled after that, like, it took like 3 months for me to heal. You know what I mean? And during the course of those 3 months, you see the Pain is the top guy. He has your championship. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's almost how people feel about Killer. You know what I mean? He's he's careless, disrespectful. And then, when he does something really messed up to you, you're just watching him. You know what I mean? And it's like, dude, you kind of want to tear him down, but at the same time, it's like, you're kind of like, he deserves it, but you don't, he fucked you up, and that's just how I feel. I feel you, B. So the WWE is doing, real big numbers. Later on, you come back, let me talk about this. You come back to the WWE after your injury. But before we get to that, how was the healing process? Dude, it was rough. I mean, to take you to the night, because it was Backlash 2004 when this happened. It's just, I just remember I couldn't get up. Like, it was like the initial impact, it hurt it, and I really couldn't move, but like, I kept, because I'm a fighter, dude. Like, at heart, I am a fighter. You know what I mean? And I remember just trying to get up, and it just, everything hurt it, dude. Like, really, it hurt it to stand up, and Hebner, he's seen that. He's like, just stay down, man. Just stay down. Head. And I'm like, oh, dude. And that's when the stretcher came out. And it's just like, when I say I'm a fighter at heart, like, dude, seriously, and I know I keep repeating that, but I truly am. So when I'm on a gurney or on a stretcher, I should say, and I'm just like, I'm mad because I want to get up, but my body's like, you're fucked up. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Get off of me. And I'm almost fighting the fact that I'm injured. And I'm like, no, this is not happening because it's live TV. Your dad and shit's in the audience, and you're just like, no. And you just got Hebner telling you to stay down. You can't get up. It's like, I don't like to be held down. I don't like to be told what to do. It's just the rebel in my heart. You know what I mean? And it sucked. And so it's like, I think what made it worse is I had to learn how to walk again and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I was being spoon fed at one point because it was just like, some reason it was just getting worse. Cause like, I guess cause I was trying to fight it and I kept trying to move. So it was getting real bad. There was a point where, I actually could have been permanently disabled in a wheelchair because I continued to get up and walk to the bathroom. Damn, B. Yeah, it was that bad. You know what I mean? They were like, you have to lay down. And I didn't want to. But once they showed me the x-ray of my neck, onto my back and how bad it was, I was like, okay, let me just lay the fuck here. And thanks to surgery, I got back decent. Like I said, I still have various issues, back pain, times where I can't get out of bed, but they help me enough where I'm still mobile. I just have, with issues, So coming back into the ring, I mean, how was it? The doctors told me I shouldn't wrestle initially when I get out of injury, when I get out of rehab and get better. They said I shouldn't go back initially, but I'm hard headed. Yeah. So I went back, and I didn't injure myself, but I worked the program with Payne again. It was me and my dad. It was our first time teaming up in the WWE, and we fought Payne and Method Man actually, and it was cool, but I just felt like my performance wasn't as good, even though people said, oh, he's moving as better as he ever was, and he's carrying as that, like that was written in the papers at the time. But I didn't feel that way. I felt like I was performing so poorly. Like I felt like my hits just they weren't they weren't strong as they used to be. You know, it's similar to how Justin and well Trunks and Justin or Trunks jokes about Jeff Hardy's return in 2006. How like he was kind of bigger or fatter, and his whisper in the winds was just so just like that's kind of how I felt. It's just everything was more heavy and fat, you know, and I think it was due to the injuries. You know what I mean? I mean, dude, like I'm looking at this shit like from my perspective. Like I'll probably be on pills and shit. Nah, dude. Like I never did drugs because I knew what came with that lifestyle. Like I knew what came with that. You know what I mean? They would try to get me to do somas and all these other different drugs, but I stayed the fuck away from that scene. My dad did too, and that's why we're still in decent shape. You know what I mean? I got injuries. My dad had injuries too, but at the same time, we never did drugs because, dude, that would just make it way worse, way worse. So yeah, that's just a scene that we never were part of or fond of at all. So you come back, I mean, and I don't think he was really in the world title picture like that. Nah, dude. I talked to Vince about my injuries, and about what happened, and he just kind of not necessarily moved me to mid card, but but I wasn't in the title picture. Like I think I fought at what pay per view was that? Fucking I think it was Armageddon 2004. I was in a four-way dance. This was a crazy ass match. It was me, it was Payne, it was Rhino. This was a good match though. Man, I wish we still had those papers of the WWE, because this is one hell of a story, man. It is, yo. But yeah, dude. David Kidd just farted in my studio, yo. You know what I mean? Like, dude. I'm sorry, dude. Sorry, dude. My ass, man. So, WWE closes in 2005. Yeah, man. How did you feel? It got to a point where we were just taking so much breaks. Like sometimes if we didn't do Monday night on Raw, or if we didn't do Monday Night Raw, we'll have to do it on Tuesday. Then it'll be Tuesday Night Raw. Or same thing with SmackDown. If it's not on Thursday, it's going to be that Friday. It'll be things like that. And we would skip days because of, it was a grueling schedule. And, sometimes we wouldn't do it at all. And I think it just got to a point where, a lot of guys were tired. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was a lot of injuries people were dealing with. And some people weren't showing up at all at some events. I'm not going to name names. That's not what I'm here for. But I think that was the best thing to do at that time. Let's end it off while we're on top. You know what I mean? And when NMM went to XTV, dude, like I want to talk about that. Oh yeah, go with it. A lot of people were kind of negative on him, and I gotta say, including myself, because with the WWE, it's really its own separate thing, and we didn't really want it to go outside of that, even when Payne and them came in, like we didn't welcome everybody with open arms. Trunks has explained the story many times of how it was when he got in there, and how tense the locker room scene was. And even me, like dude, I had to fight to get my respect in the WWE. Like I really had to fight out of my dad's shadow and shit like that. So it was a lot of that, and XTV just so wasn't an idea. Like, let me go here. Like, it just so wasn't. And so to see him do that was different. It was like, man, that really just kind of was like some glitch in the Matrix shit. And to see him be successful, I think was probably even crazier. because it's like, whoa, and he's successful, and his entrance is cooler than it was in our company, you know. But of course, it has been said, it has been stated, when destruction came and failed so miserably, uh, what did you think, dude? I think I talked about this on Justice Podcast too, man. It was just like, man, you guys are supposed to get it. Like, really, like, and I think they always say it, like, we had Charles Dean, and I mean, I understand that, you know, but Dean just isn't destruction to me. I see. I mean, Dean is great. You know what I mean? He's one of the best workers. But I'm just saying, destruction to me had the whole package. He was a shit talker. He was a big motherfucker. You know what I mean? He wasn't to be messed with. He was a take no shit type of guy. And Dean is too, but he wasn't as outspoken as destruction was. And he wasn't as critical. But Destruction kind of was a shell of his former self as well when he came, and he'll tell you that himself, which he did on one of the podcasts. So that's not even a diss. He just wasn't his same self. Which is why he probably didn't last, and why he didn't, fight Bob when Bob was talking all this shit. Or actually he did fight him a few times, but Bob beat his ass, because he wasn't as good as he once was. And we tried different things with Destruction, but, for him not to work kind of made us feel some kind of way, but we just knew that we slowly had to get our foot in the door, and it was my dad first. He took the lead into XTV, and yeah. What did you think, yo? Dude, my dad is just the greatest, man. He's just so inspiring. Like again, because that's what it was. It was just him inspiring the shit out of me again. It's like, damn, if he can do it, I can do it. You know what I mean? RJ Smile. Yes, I said it. Yo. And I said, okay, and I think it was Trunks on commentary. He's like, man, shit, if you guys like David Kidd Sr., you're going to love his son. And it was like, that already gave me, like, go out there, it's your turn now. And, even though, again, I'm still going through the neck issues way from 2004, I fought through it. You know what I mean? And I was just going in. That's why, if you really look at the timeline of my career, guys, from 2007, when I was in XTV, my XTV career, from 2007 to 2010, I started to slowly, not be as good. You know what I mean? Because I was trying to fight through the injuries, and it was working. Like, people were like, damn, he is better than his dad. And then when me and my dad teamed up, dude, why do you think we teamed up? You know what I mean? Like, we kind of both were riddled with injuries. Like my dad, he's a lot older than me, and he heals better too. He's healing faster. You know what I mean? But me, on the other hand, dude, the neck injury, like, sometimes I tried to fight my hardest. I think Yosi and Ada to date was our toughest opponents. That was a really rough match. Shout out to Yosi, like, God bless you. You had an incredible career, seriously. But you gave me a run for my fucking money. I'm sure you don't remember this, but it was 2009. And we fought them. This was when they were at the height of their success. And they were, like, doing their thing. And man, she was just doing hurricanranas and stuff. Hurricanranas, sorry, LT. Yeah, she was just doing all these things, and my neck is fucked up. And, maybe I should have told people this, but I didn't want them to be like, oh, he's a wussy or whatever, But she was doing all these moves to me, twisting my head and shit. And it's just, when you consider my neck is injured, and she's doing all this, I'm like, fuck. And, dude, long story short, I'm working really hard in this match. And I go to the doctor one day for a checkup. They wind up getting an x-ray of my neck and my back. it's getting way worse. Way the fuck worse. Because I'm pushing myself. I'm fighting in cell matches again. I'm falling off the cells, sometimes head first. You know what I'm saying? And when you really look at all of this and put it all into perspective, I shouldn't have been out there. I shouldn't have been fighting as hard as I was fighting. And I shouldn't be wrestling. Basically, guys, is what David Kidd Jr. is telling you. Um, if we really, I guess, to sort of peel the curtain back, and break kayfabe, like, if I got injured in 2004 from a neck injury by pain, and it's 2019 and I'm still fighting, still wrestling, what do you think my performance is going to look like? And even though it doesn't look like shit, like it doesn't look bad, it's like my dad's looking better, you know what I mean? And truth be told, my dad probably did condition himself better, but my dad never had a neck injury. I fucked my neck up because, well, pain fucked my neck up, from that DDT. And, I haven't really been the same ever since. And that's truly what it is, and so when I turned heel on my dad, well, before we get to that, we got to talk. Yeah, dude, let's not jump ahead. Let's talk about this shit. So, when we took one of them first breaks, or our last break, we watched TXG Vendetta. You know what I'm saying? I think I said I was hungry or some shit. We wound up watching TXG Vendetta. David Kidd Jr. and Kareem Strong. Tag. Dude. Kareem, man. Hey, dude, we got a team again, man. Eventually, down the road. I know you get a lot of hate. It's undeserved. You're definitely an underrated talent. And I'm just going to put it to you like this. When certain people are no longer on top, shit talkers, you guys know who I'm talking about. When that's not the forefront anymore, I truly think that you're going to get your respect, Kareem. You're a great athlete. You're awesome on the mic. You and Justin's match was like the highlight match to me so far of NXT, like ever. So, you just continue to do your thing and continue to be successful and grow. Like we watched our match though. Please, XTV East Coast. Please, JNW Boss. Please, anybody that is a fan of XTV, dude. If we have the opportunity to upload the match with Kareem versus me in I think a 2 out of 3 match that we had at Vendetta, please watch this shit. This is like probably one of the greatest matches I think I've ever seen of my career. Because we had fought in a UFC match, then we fought in a boxing match, then we fought in just a regular one-on-one wrestling matchup. And dude, each one is just good as fuck. You know what I mean? And I think this feud started because, again, we both were tough, and we both don't take no for an answer, and we both were just like, you're not gonna fuck with me, and that's just how that started. But over time, I think we started to gain a respect for each other. And, we wind up teaming up, and that's when I worked the Hill program. And dude, if you look at my life at this point, it was a lot of teaming up, to hide my injuries, because that's why I teamed up with Kareem and we worked the Hill program. And, it was cool. I was bad, and, me and my dad were like not getting along, but that was all storyline. And that's why it's unfortunate that the incident had to happen with the PlayStation. But for me, it was kind of a relief because I had time to really relax and, let myself sort of heal. And, truth be told, with wrestling as much as I have been and all these things I've been doing since the neck injury, it's pretty bad. So when you see me on XTV West Side wrestling, know that I am giving it my all and I'm not supposed to. Dude, I think that what people gonna feel from this podcast, I think that they gonna be worried. You know what I mean? Because you ain't supposed to be there. Like, what if you bottom out and, you got to be in a wheelchair permanently? People don't want to see that, yo. It's been said many times, dude. When this business is in your heart, honestly, that'll be worth it. You know what I mean? I know it sounds crazy to people, but it's true. It's like, this is in my heart. This is what I love to do. I really don't see myself doing anything else. I could try to do something else or try to find another trade, but this is where my heart is. You know what I mean? I'm not disrespecting the sport. I'm just not performing as good as I used to, but I am performing. I am going out there. Me and my dad are teaming up, and we're working pretty good matches. So it's just that. And I even have a good one-on-one match with Trap. Yeah, but no disrespect, but that's Trap. You see how they do your Trap? Yo. So you don't see yourself retiring? No, not no time soon, man. Again, a permanent injury is what's going to have to kill David Kidd Jr. But right now, I'm really enjoying this time period, XTV world. You know what I mean? XTV. I think I like this period because it's XTV world. We've kept XTV to ourselves. Now we're giving XTV to the world, and we're starting to see the attraction. We're starting to see the people, the fan interaction, and all these different things. And I truly feel like this is the year that we will grow. And I do want to be a part of it. So I should take care of myself. But dude, I'm having fun. I'm on a fucking high. Yo. I would say nothing's wrong with that, but I just hope. You know what I mean? Nothing happens. You know what I mean? Keep you in my prayers, B. Word. Keep you in my prayers, B. So I already know who you going for at beatdown, and definitely Killer, huh? Oh man, dude, I don't even know who to go for. I am rooting for Pain. Fuck it, yo. Like, that is the guy that fucked me up and injured me, but somebody needs to shut that kid up. You know what I mean? He's a big mouth. He's disrespectful, and he's a overall messed up person. So he does need to be put on his ass. And that's just as far as I'll go with that. I feel you, B. So yeah. Any advice you want to get of future superstars, yo? And then we gonna close it out. Guys, and this is no shot at anyone. Just, man, when you're a professional athlete, keep in mind professional, and take care of your opponents. Take care of yourselves, and just care, dude. Like, seriously. And whatever profession you do, care. You know what I mean? You might be some guy at a desk. You might be some guy serving customers at a restaurant. Just care. You know what I mean? Seriously. It's not going to hurt to just care about someone or care about something and show passion for it, because if you don't, you'll be all over the place and you'll mess something up. You'll mess someone's life up permanently, and that's just all I truly want to say with that. As far as Pain, you know what I mean? I don't know how I feel about you as a person. I know you've put drugs and all of that, but this is something I have to live with every day, So, yeah, that's my advice. Your advice is saying, Pain, fuck you. Y'all take care of people. Word. But, yo, we got another one in the books. Yeah, B. Another Jasmar's podcast. David Kidd Jr., y'all. XTV Westside Live. Hopefully will be tomorrow. Y'all stay tuned for that. Till then, peace. I say peace. Hey everybody, it's Big Trunks D-Matic. Yo ass off the monster again. Fuck you. Oh man, what's up, y'all, dog? It's your boy Killer, man. As you see, that sellout ass nigga, Grandpa Joe, he a puss ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't talk about the president like that. Man, shut up, you damn Trump folk bitch. Fuck Grandpa Joe and fuck you. He ain't shit, dog. How dare he do that, man? I mean, it just means that you just have to go harder, man. You know, that like that's how I look at it. Shut the fuck up, being positive and shit. Don't do that. But never mind. Do your thing. Do your thing. Why you keep doing that shit though? For real, this nigga doesn't. Hoy. I don't know about all that. I know about a lot, but I don't know about that. Where's Leah? Right there. I don't wanna be without you. Man, my opinion on this shit, Killer, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, honestly, I don't really like it, man. Or for real, dog. Hell no, I mean, you know, shit, man. You know, man, you been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? Shit, it been times when me and you don't fought. We fought before, you know. But man, I don't think that, you know what I'm saying, that's the best course of action, you know what I'm saying, by how Grandpa Joe and come through and, you know what I mean, try to be on some shit like that. Come on, he's disrespectful. I don't care if somebody disrespectful. You know how many disrespectful niggas in this league? You know what I'm saying? You know? Well, look, boy, something got to be done about it. You understand? I hear you. You full understand? Joe, you just gotta, you know, I just look at it like, if you got all that mouth on you, let's see what you do when you in that square circle. Let's see then. You got so much mouth, Killer. Oh, and you can, oh man, we ain't in church. You dragging, oh man, we ain't in church. But you know, I'm being a real. Like I said, I'm finna change the face of XTV. I've been commissioner many times. Many times in XTV I've been commissioner. But I want this to be said, and I hope y'all watching. Grandpa Joe's finna change the face of XTV for good. So y'all stay in tune and stay tuned. And what's that one song? I got what you want. Got what you want. He might paid this to the old ass already. I got what you want. Oh, really?